We're talking about products, we're talking about smuggled goods, but there's something positive that is coming out of what industry is doing. And joining me so that we can sort of unpack what this new development is Enock Mawema. He is the Director of Braille Africa. Enock, good morning, and thank you for making time and joining us on Morning Rush.
Morning, thank you.
All right, and also joining me is Sylvester Dendere. He is the Group Corporate Affairs Executive for Olivine Industries. So yeah, I'm sure he's got something to say about smuggled goods. They might not be too happy with that. But what we're here to talk about, first of all, Enock, before we even dive into the meat of our conversation this morning, maybe if you can just start unpacking for us what Braille Africa is and what you guys do on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, so Braille for Africa is basically a youth-based organization that promotes and ensures inclusion for people with disabilities. And what we do is we try and make sure that information is readily available for them and disseminated in a manner in which they can retrieve that information. So what we've done so far as Braille for Africa is we've ventured on projects and collaborations with entities like Zimparks, whereby in Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe is the only World Heritage Site that has Braille. Within the rainforest. Air Zimbabwe is the only airline in Africa that has a Braille magazine on flight. We've also done Braille safety cards. The idea is just to promote inclusion, so that people feel, I would say they would feel the...
acceptance?
Exactly, thank you, yeah, feel accepted. And the fact that, corporates now or entities actually identify the need to make sure that they present information that appeals to that demographic as well.
I know you came with your friends from Olivine Industries.
Yes.
What kind of inclusionary partnership
have we got with that?
Are you guys working on with the guys from Olivine? So I know they're big on retail, and a lot of the products that we get in the supermarkets, they're big on that. Is that what you guys are trying to collaborate on to improve inclusion in that?
Yeah.
In that regard?
So, with Olivine, what we wanted to do is, Olivine is as Zimbabweans, Olivine is a legacy brand. We all grew up on Olivine. And for us, we genuinely saw that it would be appreciated more if Olivine presented their product in a Braille format, thus making it universally accessible. And in doing so, what we've managed to do with Olivine is they're the first fast-moving consumer good that is actually readily available in Braille. So the good thing about it is now with their product, it doesn't matter which part of the world you're in, but as long as, if you are visually impaired and you come across their product, you're able to identify it.
Sylvester, speaking very highly of, they're speaking very highly of the partnership that you guys have ventured into with Braille Africa. I know Olivine, it's a staple brand when it comes to the Zimbabwean market. But in terms of maybe partnering with Braille Africa to make your goods more accessible, what was the motivation behind that? What was the conversations you had that made you go, you know what, we've been market leaders, but we will also want to take it a step further in terms of making our products more inclusive to the market?
Yeah, I think basically the government is talking about inclusivity. And our business is to make sure that everybody is taken up and gets through and gets to get access to the products like we want. So I think the main issue is the government has done a lot in terms of attending to physically handicapped and all various other they've attended to that. So what we're now doing is to close the gap to make sure that the visually impaired are also participants in partaking and making decisions in terms of buying the products that they want. They don't have to listen to someone or to be advised by someone, but I think it's now the opportunity to make decisions in buying one, not only in buying, but maybe they can also look at creating their own businesses and seeing how the numbers flow.
Just looking at our screens there, we can see demonstrations. I think that's cooking oil with Braille on it. What are some of the products, Sylvester? Obviously, we're seeing cooking oil there under the Olivine Industries brand that you guys have focused on in terms of making sure that is it all your products, or there are specific products that you've pushed out for now to say, you know what, this is where we're starting with Braille and this is where we want to go?
Yeah, we've started off with the fast-moving line, which is cooking oil. So it will be Olivine cooking oil and pure drop. And then the next stage will be to put buttercup margarine. We're also going to put soaps. We're going to also to put beans and the various other, I think there are a number of products. We are a household name, and we would like all our products to be, to have Braille on them so that all the consumers can have access to them.
Enock, you spoke earlier about inclusivity and obviously the accessibility that this makes their products. In terms of that demographic, the visually impaired demographic, how important is it for them to have access to products like this so that maybe they can make their own decisions in terms of empowerment and shopping even?
Well, I mean, I think it's pivotal for people with disabilities to be empowered in the sense of walking into a retail outlet and actually having the ability to pick up and identify a product on your own. That on its own, I think, transforms the entire sector. We say that because, I mean, at the present moment, we don't have well, actually, no, that's a lie. At the present moment, Olivine is the only retail product that we have in Zimbabwe that's universally accessible. And I think that speaks volumes in the sense of what the government is doing in regards of inclusion. And I think it also shows progression in regards to the sector itself adapting to new policies and changes that will ensure the continuity of their brand going forward.
And in terms of the support that you've gotten from Olivine, what has that been like? Because obviously you've highlighted that they are the first to adopt Braille on their products. Is that something that you guys were deliberate about as Braille Africa to say, we want to partner with Olivine because of their fast-moving products and their legacy as a brand in Zimbabwe?
I think it's more about legacy as a brand, and Olivine's brand credibility speaks for itself. So for us, we only thought the nobility of promoting inclusion with this particular brand would actually be the right move. So we literally headhunted Olivine. We literally headhunted Olivine, and we came knocking on their door and we're like, you're the only brand we want to work with. Reason why is because growing up, nostalgia is, I think of the advert where Tuku had...
It's got the Olivine guitar.
Exactly,
That's stuck in that feels like it's stuck in the collective memory of Zimbabweans,
and the good thing about it is the moment that, for Olivine just going forward, the fact that you've now got Braille included on their product, I think it's a brilliant way of exporting product from Zimbabwe, which is now universally accessible. I think as a marketing tool, this is now whereby our product can go to Europe and we can have Europeans that are visually impaired being able to identify, this is Olivine, this is Perfection, this is Big Ben, this is Jade, and it will encourage people to know that there is positive news coming out of Zimbabwe.
Sylvester obviously speaking very highly of the partnership that you guys
taking all the way through.
but I want to speak maybe from an Olivine perspective. Obviously, you did highlight earlier on about following the lead that has been taken by central government in terms of inclusivity, especially of visually impaired people and maybe people living with disabilities. But for you guys, in terms of maybe your brand and putting the product out there, what have been some of the trickle-down effects that you've already started to see in terms of your partnership with Braille Africa? And, what are you guys hoping this will achieve for Olivine industry going forward?
I think it will be. I think it's key that all the products will take a swing in terms of accessibility to the various for our customers. Secondly, like Enock says, we're going into Africa and SADC generally. That means anyone within SADC will be able to access and read for himself what this product is all about. And also, the brand visibility of Olivine, it's going to be further consolidated in terms of accessibility, in terms of, having that brand, impact in one's mind, So I think at the end of the day, all I can say is that's the way to go. And the brand can only continue to go from strength to strength.
We're having a fantastic sit-down this morning on Morning Rush with two gentlemen, Enock from Braille Africa and Sylvester from Olivine Industry. It is a wonderful partnership that is promoting inclusivity in terms of their product and before I let you guys go, because we're going to bring in some guys to come and do some demonstrations, because Tom was that this is a fake. We're not just it's not just lip service. We want you guys to see for yourself how the Braille on this product works, so that you can get a greater appreciation for yourselves. But Enock, before I let you guys go and we do the demonstration, maybe your final words. Maybe I can get you to look directly into the camera. Maybe to your challenge to other corporates, to people in terms of creating an inclusive environment for everybody. Your message to our viewers before we go.
I think the message to the viewers would be, well, I think I'll direct this to the viewers and the corporates. Adopting Braille, it doesn't necessarily have to be Braille, but I think adopting methods or new policies that will disseminate your product is definitely key. And the fact that Olivine have set the benchmark going forward, I think all corporates should automatically adopt the same policy. That's for us. Our message is Olivine have really set the standard. Yeah, so follow suit. And if we can, we would love to work with all the other brands. But our heart at the moment is with Olivine.
Their hearts are with Olivine. Sylvester, before I let you go, maybe to your customers, potential customers, and the wider Zimbabwean community, and maybe as you venture into Africa, your message to the viewers.
I think what we certainly saying to everybody, let's empower our consumers. Let them make decisions. Let's create that financial independence. Let's give them that freedom that allows them to maneuver and select a basket of what they want within their shelves. And particularly, obviously, they'll start off with Olivine products because they are already known. And it's something that we feel we would like to continue associating with even the people that do Braille education,
Yes.
It's part of our corporate social responsibility. I think there's some of the things that we would like to continue encouraging people to communicate, to understand what's going on in the market, and also to make sure that inclusivity is further enhanced.
All right, Sylvester, Enock, thank you very much for joining me this morning. We'll be back shortly, and we'll be giving you a demonstration of how this unique partnership between Braille Africa and Olivine Industry is working for individuals in our community.
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.